Then people would think this and be like, oh my god, it's me.
Good morning.
Bro.
I hear that.
But we're back again. Back again.
Back again.
Episode 14.
Favorite
back again.
Yeah. Love it. I mean, I was going to wait to introduce you guys, but you may as well go ahead and say who you are.
We've got some special guests on the pod today. Can you introduce yourselves?
Guests.
We are the Babyface Pod. So I go by the name of Ronke.
I'm Layla.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And together they're known as
The twins.
Yeah.
Thank
Tell
you
them
very
again.
much for joining us today.
Thanks
for having us.
Yes.
You're in sync.
You're really twins, innit? Listen,
Thanks for having us.
do you know what it was?
We need to start clipping because it's like poetry.
Do you know what it was?
Poetry.
When I came here in the Uber and I said hello, I can't remember what you guys said, but it was like literally in sync.
Was it?
It's in sync, and I said,
I remember
because
because I looked at you sideways like we're gonna sound like.
Yeah.
literally, like, I was just thinking.
Yeah, but are you guys best friends?
Yeah.
How long have you been? Yeah.
Good question. Wrong
That's the line.
No, she wants to throw me under the bus. But we went to the same secondary school, so year 7. But I wouldn't say we became friends properly until like year 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So from then till now,
It's a long time.
Yeah. Link up.
long
it's been a
time.
journey.
Up and down.
We love it, man. We love good long friendships.
When did you start the Babyface pod?
This year.
Yeah, this year.
In June.
Yeah.
Okay, wicked.
So,
What made you want to start it? Like?
so
The money.
me and Layla have all these crazy ideas, and I think this was just one of them that we've thrown out. And then 2 weeks later, Layla came back to me with, not a name. She came back to me with like logo ideas, like topics and stuff. She was like, "Yeah, we're doing this," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
So you got strung along.
Yeah. And so this is our
Yeah.
friendship though. So
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Oh, I want to do something." She's like, okay. Give me 2 weeks. I'll come back with the logo. I'll come up with the
Yeah.
tickets, book the hotel, everything. It's done. So when we started the pod, it was she came up with the name actually,
Yeah.
and then just went off from there. I spoke to my friend, asked them to make the logo, and we're like, "Well, we have the logo.
So why not?
Might as well."
Yeah, no,
That was
that's
it.
wicked, man.
That's actually wicked.
So, yeah.
No, it's
Really
literally
fun.
like no procrastination. Just
Yeah.
no,
So
that's
I've noticed as well that so you guys shout out Anchor FM
Yeah.
every episode. So how do you is that what you use to
Yeah.
make your things? Okay. So you just get together and just literally
Yeah,
do your
just
thing.
do it. It's like really easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we
Couple
do it.
ads,
That's it.
monetizing.
Yeah. You know how long it took to realise we could like monetize the episode? So we knew we could, but
Yeah.
then basically because Anchor is an American it's an American platform. They need an American bank account. I was like, well, shit, I don't have an American bank account. How do I do that? And I have
That's
to go.
interesting.
You have to get like this whole weird
Cash out.
account. Right. I don't even know. I still don't know how I did it, but I done it, and I was like, oh, okay, you make money now.
Again, it gave her like 2 weeks, and she was like, "I done it. I was finished."
Yeah.
It's important though because like monetizing
Fraud
things,
stuff.
especially like our businesses at the moment,
Yeah,
plus
exactly.
everything else, it's so easy to do. But
Oh man.
It's nice.
But
It's
yes,
fun.
Yeah. So
What about you guys?
what's that?
Like you started this year, isn't it?
yeah, so we started in February.
yeah.
We started in February this year. We done
That's how you know
how many
this-
episodes? We
That's how
done
you
like
know this year's been long, fam.
yeah, because we done about 3-4 episodes and then it went into lockdown.
Yeah.
And then we didn't record over the lockdown at all, which was a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
But you know that's why we're back again.
And then
Back
we picked it up
Back
again
in the stew.
around September. Yeah.
With the Raving crew. Yeah.
Sorry, can you guys do me a favor?
Yeah, of
You know,
course.
there's someone that like, there's one of you guys that has a name, and you do like the song thing with the name.
Yeah.
Please, it's like something like I
What
think
something?
it's Dylan
Dan, is it
Dan.
me?
Yeah.
Did you want me to do?
Yeah, like do the whole intro thing of your name. I find it so entertaining.
Really? I can't even remember. Okay, can I do it at the end?
Yeah, sure.
Special request there.
Special request. We love that.
We love it. So,
But yeah, let's dive into it.
yeah, let's
So,
dive into actually
right.
episode
Boom.
14. Go
Straight
on.
in the deep end.
Straight in.
No
it.
floats.
Go on it. I mean, the first topic's
No
a bit.
floats.
Is a bit. The first topic is a bit diving in the deep end. If you
It
catch
is
my
a-
flow. But
Should we go to the paddling pool, like the baby pool first.
You okay?
Yeah, I mean,
Don't be shook. Come
Sometimes
on.
you got to dip a toe in. Okay. See how
Test the
cold it
waters.
is.
Sometimes you just got to jump in.
Sure, why not?
I mean, we got all the way to East Croydon.
So we can conquer anything now.
Yeah.
This is
Hey,
it.
come here, no, guys. Can we have a round of applause, please?
Round of applause.
You know what?
Where they come from? Hertfordshire.
That's in Hertfordshire.
Stratford.
Chichester.
How are you?
Hey.
Do you guys come to South a lot?
No.
Have you ever been to South?
All right.
Sorry.
Bruv.
Did you see the bin?
That's despicable.
Come like them teachers in school and they get angry and their face starts shaking.
Will you pack it in? I wouldn't go there. Brixton? No.
Absolutely not.
What do you mean? No.
Peckham.
Oh,
Peckham.
Peckham Rye.
Peckham Rye. That's the furthest we've been.
No,
Oh,
that's
really?
where you've been.
Oh,
You lot brushed up.
Oh.
I don't know.
What'd you go Peckham Rye for?
For another podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Shout them out.
Different.
So you're just
Shout
out here
out,
doing podcasts and that.
Yeah.
Not here.
Podcast with friends now.
Yeah, breaking out the game.
Okay.
But go on,
Yeah,
Sean. You
yeah.
might as well just dive into the.
What, dive into it? Alright,
Yeah, man,
Dive
go into it, go.
into it.
Why are you doing the headphones? What are you
I'm
doing with the
not
headphones?
talking to
So, so that I can hear you lot, innit? Because like,
Oh, is
seems
it?
like
You
yeah.
couldn't hear us before.
Okay. What new headphones use this? Okay.
So hold on, are you telling me that when the podcast
I'm not telling
comes
you
out?
anything. I'm just
no, hold
asking
on,
why you
hold
got
on.
headphones on.
Alright,
Is
so
You
you
don't
know-
want to hear me tell him
And
something.
in round
Or
one,
did I ask him?
we have.
This will always happen. And then you know what I got to do? I go
We
edit
have
it.
Sean. Also known
You know
as
what?
Shauce.
The reason
Coming in,
why I got
man.
the headphones on is because Dan likes to cut people off in it. So that when he starts talking or whatever, I just gotta make sure.
That was shit.
I just gotta make
From
sure that it's all clear.
So what
innit?
we're doing in front of guests.
I'll just
The radio
What kind of friend is he? Would you ever do that to Layla? Would you ever do that?
It's the
Would you
Ray
ever do that to Ronke?
But didn't she throw me under the
I
bus
genuinely
just
do
now?
that, like genuinely every day.
Yeah.
Is it?
Right.
Yeah, that's
I
how
love
it
that.
works.
So
You're
are you the Sean out of the group? Is she like she just
I
throws
don't just
people under
chuck
the
her
bus?
under the bus.
But if it has to be one of us, she will.
I will chuck her under
Really?
the
Yeah.
bus.
That's why he's the champ.
It's a 289. Silly.
That double decker.
You lot
So
are
how
freaks.
happy are you lot disclosing your personal situations, I guess, with relationships and things like that? Huh?
I
You
don't
good?
mind.
You good?
Yeah,
I actually don't mind.
Okay, you good?
Yeah, sure.
calm. So, first topic.
I need to sit for this.
I need like a shot.
They both reach for their drink at the same time.
Cheers to
My goodness.
I hear that Babyface Pod.
Yes. So I hear
To a-
that.
to a
and
start.
Babyface
Amazing.
Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Nice.
having us, honestly.
Thank you.
Come on. Def Jam poetry. Let's go.
I heard that.
So, guys, what does body count mean to you?
Twin, take it away.
I don't know. It's how many people you've slept with, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
Do you think that has...
are you affected?
Yeah. Do you think that matters?
it matters after you tell me. So if you don't tell me, then we're fine. But if you tell me,
Would you ask?
would I ask?
A partner?
No.
You
I don't
wouldn't
feel like
ask?
that's like my business. Who you sleep with, who you sleep
Yeah.
with.
Seriously. So if you got with someone that obviously you're into and things are looking to go down that road of potentially being together, whatever, you wouldn't have no sort of interest in knowing how many who.
I feel like the only time you should tell me who you've slept with is if we're in the same room. Other than that, I don't feel like I should know that much. Or if you want
That's
to,
interesting,
but then if
yeah.
you want to share your past relationships and people that you have slept with, then that's on you. But I wouldn't just, hi, what's your body count? That's not me. That's not me at all. Because when someone asks me, I'm like, you're too familiar. Like if you have to
Yeah.
ask me, then you don't know me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Really?
interesting.
If he has to ask you, he doesn't know you.
Yeah, because I'm when I start speaking to someone, I feel like we're at an age where people feel like they have to learn everything on the first day. That's not real.
I like her.
I'm like,
Talking, spitting lyrics.
but if like
This nigga spit.
it takes time for you to open up to people, and one of the things I will eventually tell you is you even know, like when I start telling stories, you'll be like, oh, there's one. Oh, there's another one, and you can get the number for yourself. But for you to be like, oh, what's your body count? I'm like,
But
you're
sometimes,
boring.
sometimes, man, like people may not catch on to little hints here and there in conversations. You know what I'm
And
saying?
they
So,
don't need to.
Would you find
Yeah.
it offensive?
Huh?
If
Like,
someone
is-
asked me,
Yeah, if someone asked you, would you be like,
is it any of your business?
would
Like,
it be a red flag to you?
no, I'd be like, I'm just not gonna. I just know I'm not gonna speak to you for a very long time.
Get put in the waiting
That's
list.
it. Yeah.
Okay,
Knock off the roster.
what if it's somebody that you've been talking to for a while
Yeah.
and you really like this person,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden one day he just asks you, "What's your body count?"
But-
Just in general conversation.
In general conversation.
Yeah.
Well, knowing me, I would have already felt comfortable to tell them in the first place.
Okay.
'Cause if I'm speaking to someone that I actually like, then more time I've already spoken. I've already said a lot of things, and so by the time you ask me, you're already curious. So I'll tell you. Curious? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'll tell you that I feel no way about saying it.
Okay, fair enough. What about you? Can I call you Ronnie?
Absolutely not. Sorry.
That is despicable.
Sorry, no. You can call me Ron. You can call me Ron.
Can I call you Ronaldo?
Anything but Ronnie. I'll let anything slide but Ronnie.
Alright, cool. Do you know what? I'll call you Ronks. So,
Yeah.
Ronks. So what about you?
Absolutely not.
Sorry.
Absolutely.
He was onto something there, isn't it?
But pretty much the same as Layla, other than I don't want to know, and I don't think even if you want to tell me, if you know me well enough, you know not to tell me.
Can I ask a question? Why don't you want to know?
Because if I'm being like completely honest, I can't handle it.
No, fair.
Any number you tell me is like, it's not even too much in like I'm judging you, because you are well within your right to do what you want before you met me.
Yeah.
But it's just I just can't handle it. My mind will go into a spiral.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't. So like
Yeah.
he'll do things and I'll be like, you did the same thing with number 8. I don't think I can handle it.
goodness me.
So I'm okay with it, like with me being called immature, like insecure, whatever you want to label it, it's fine. I know in my heart of hearts I can't handle it. So I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't even set the scene for you to be like, my body count is XYZ. I wouldn't even set that type of scene or that type of like space. I wouldn't even do that. But like Layla said, I think I would just pick it up on like the stories you tell.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But I'm more than fine with like someone asking me. I think if you ask me straight up, I'll be like, oh, you're taking the fun out of it. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. I'm like, please close it.
Probe me a little bit.
Like, poke me.
Like this went straight for the jugular.
Yeah, we can't just take time. Let's dance around it a little bit. But,
Tango.
I wouldn't even hesitate. I don't mind sharing mine. I just don't want to know
Yeah,
body count at all.
So one question. So have you ever lied about your body count?
No.
You started with
No.
we for the
Hey, she's not sure. No. Are you sure?
My final answer.
No,
sure?
the reason
No,
why
I
I
think
Call a
you're
friend.
honest, I haven't.
Gonna call a friend 50-50.
Have you, Layla?
I didn't hear that one.
You know what? When it's a stranger, it's one. Full stop.
Swear. But then we
One.
know that you're chatting shit.
No, but
Yeah.
why'd
How
you
I
lie?
know?
Why'd you lie about?
Because one
if
is
you don't
one
mind
is a little
sharing
bit
it in the long
skeptical.
run, why'd you lie about it when someone asked straight away?
You know, I feel like
It's
when
not-
it's a stranger, and you're just like, oh, what's one? To you, it's one because I don't know you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Genuinely, I thought.
You might as well say you're a virgin then.
Yeah.
Well, you
And
might
then when he says that, I'm like, I'm that too.
might-
And whatever you want me to be, whatever you want me to be, I'm that. That's me.
That's
Yeah.
mad.
might as well just say mind your business.
Yeah, you know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I mean?
that's
Might as
true.
well
No,
just
but
keep
then
it.
sometimes they don't even want that. And my thing is, if
What about what they want, though,
but
is
then
it?
you could tell me anything.
Yeah.
Like you
that's
could actually
true.
tell me, I don't know, it's the truth. So likewise,
Yeah.
because when girls say 3, people are saying, oh, times it by 2.
Yeah,
I
but do you know
like
what it is?
mathematician.
Do you know what it is though? Like, if I was to ask you and then you told me a number, I'm gonna remember that number. So then, if we come across, like, say you come across pairs with some exes or whatever, and I'm like, alright, that's one. That's
Some
number
exes
2.
you don't sleep with.
Huh?
Some exes you don't sleep with. Like some people
Alright,
you
but
don't sleep
what I'm
with.
saying is that your numbers, we will know whether your tally has added up or not. So whether you're telling us 1 or whatever, alright, we're gonna be like, alright, cool. Or me specifically, I'm gonna be like, alright, cool. You told me 1, so therefore the max like number of stories I should hear is just 1. Do you know what I mean? So if I start to hear 1, 2, 3, 4, now I'm thinking, alright, so something's not adding up. So obviously you're lying. Do you know what I mean? So that
True. You got to stick to it.
yeah.
You gotta be
yeah.
smart about it.
I'll tell you one story then.
Yeah, you're just changing
I'll tell you one.
Go on, get my juice.
Oh, me? I have a story.
Oh, I thought you.
I thought you was about to go into a story.
I was all excited.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a story. I was getting excited, bruv. I'm backing down my juice like it's apple juice.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
So is there a number that would put you off? Like, is there a number a guy could tell you that would really just be like, you know what?
Done this. I'm done.
You're from the slums.
Yeah, you're
from South
Remember
London.
at the start-
You're from Peckham.
Remember at the start when I said I'm immature and I can't handle it? That's
Yeah.
just going to be my answer. I don't think there's any number. It's just don't
Yeah.
tell me.
So if a man told you two, you telling me what?
You-
Like, oh
you're
my
just gonna
god.
think about them
No,
too,
no,
innit?
it wouldn't. Yeah, it's not like, oh my god, I'm disgusted. It's just I'm now going to think about them too. I'm not even disgusted.
Serious?
Like, yeah, I
Can I ask you a
couldn't.
question? Where does that stem from?
I don't know.
This guy.
Nah, I'm trying to
I
understand.
love it.
You
No,
know
that's
what?
a
Because you're
that's a
willing,
good question.
you're
That's a-
willing to accept.
a brilliant
that,
question.
I'll call me insecure in that, but most people
Yeah.
don't want to be labelled as insecure.
I don't mind.
Because I don't
But
think
why
that's.
would you say you're insecure?
All right, go on.
No, because like when you disagree, like with the majority, people like to call you names. Like they like to label you as something.
Yeah.
So and the main thing is always. The main thing is always insecurity. That's what they'll just slap you with.
Yeah.
So I'll just take that on the chin. Like,
It's
if you
almost
wanna-
like you're
Okay.
taking on that label
before
anyone can even
yeah,
give
because
you
you know,
a
like
label.
before you say it, they're like, "You're insecure." Then, like, it's a conversation stopper. No, I'm still gonna continue because it's fine. You can.
Do you think that's something that a lot of women have to deal with? Like
What,
in
like
general,
being called
like
insecure?
being called insecure because they don't want to accept your body count as a man.
1,000%. But I think men do as well. Not with body count, though, but with other things. Like they get it as well. But I think for women, ours is body counts. That's when
Yeah.
we're labelled insecure. But men get their own stick as well.
I think men
So-
are quite subtle with it, to be honest. Because if someone told me that their body count is X, like I'd be like, I'll be honest.
What's
if someone
X
told me
though?
their, huh? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What's X?
So it changed as I got older. So as I got older, I understood that, you know what, you come across people and sometimes you think something's going some way and it doesn't sometimes. But like at first, before like under 10, I was like, yeah, it has to be under 10.
Yeah.
And then now I'm just
Yeah.
like,
It's what it
it
is.
kind of
Like,
is.
we
It kind of
all
is what it
live
is.
life.
If it's over
Do you know
10,
what, though?
I mean, if it's under
I
10,
think
it's
guys
great.
I think guys are wired differently, though.
Yeah.
You are.
Because some guys, I mean, growing up when I was younger, it's like if a guy heard a girl's body count, automatically back in the day it should be labelled as like a junj.
A junj.
Or a hoe. or
What's
whatever.
a junj?
Junj.
A junj is like a
sketch.
Old
like
school
sketch.
words, like a skit.
yeah.
Yes,
A bit- like a
old school,
bizzle.
innit?
Yeah.
But
Junj.
But
You
then
heard
there's-
of
Heard
before?
Bizzle Evil.
No.
Swear
Mine
down.
is Southward.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But
they
then-
got
but then-
Blem up there.
Hella shade from Layla right now. Hella shade. That's all right. Stay over there in Stratford. It's fine. Yeah.
Westfield and that.
they try to build Westwood to cover that brat down.
Anyways, at least we tried to build something. What did you guys try to build? Anyway,
You see what's building? They're building Westwood. What are you talking
Yeah, you got Westfield coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's gonna be the biggest one
You're
in
not gonna be
London.
shopping
isn't
there.
it?
Yeah, you're not going to be done here. Forget Westfield's in
Absolutely
Stratford, bruv.
there is nothing that
This
can
is the
draw
first
me
time I've
here.
seen Box Park.
Oh my.
Is it? But you live in Stratford. There you
Yeah,
go,
so
Shoreditch.
I saw Shoreditch, but I didn't know there was one in East Croydon. I was like, oh look,
Yeah.
landmark.
A question: would you guys ask a girl their body count?
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
I have, yeah.
I have, but it wasn't straight off the jugular. It was like, you know, when you're talking to someone, and you have
What's your body
different,
count?
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
No,
no,
but
do
you
you know
have
what,
different
yeah?
conversations, and then it just
Yeah.
comes up. Because
Yeah.
usually what happens is they ask me first,
Oh.
and then I'll just ask them back.
Okay.
I've not really been one to be like,
What's your body count?
because like going back to what I was saying, like if a girl was slept with bare guys and that,
Yeah.
the guys are more willing to go for that girl because she's easier. So there wasn't a fear of she slept with so many men. It's like, what? So what? You had some? You?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna try.
Once I
You know,
found my
yeah.
way.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, see with me, like I will ask, I will ask a girl's body count if I'm into you. If I'm
Okay.
feeling you on that level, I will ask you. If I don't care, if I'm just seeing it as a quick little whatever, I'm not asking you.
Yeah.
What makes you
Yeah.
ask?
Yeah.
Is it because you
In my
wouldn't-
head, like I'm trying to do like calculations. I'm trying to find out like,
Yeah,
raw,
I
like,
need to know.
I
if
think
you
in
qualify
everyone's
for
head,
Champions
it's the
League.
same
With-
as Ronke, fam.
I have a
Sometimes you
question.
can't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But having
And not
said
a lot
that,
of people are good to admit that though.
yeah.
Yeah,
But having
because
said
you
that,
know
as
what I
I've got
My,
older,
sorry, my
No, go ahead.
mantra in life is I don't ask the questions I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like that.
Yeah, no,
The
that makes
questions
sense.
I ask intentional questions. So and that's with everything, not just with relationships, but since we're on relationship, I defo don't ask questions I don't want to know.
So
But
is
I
that
don't-
almost like
Ignorance
ignorance
is
is bliss
bliss.
kind of?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
The
to
thing
live
is,
in
I-
my rose-coloured glasses or whatever the saying is.
I
That's
fully
me.
understand that though. I fully
okay, I
understand
hear
that, but
you. I hear
like
you.
with me, I will be like, I don't want to ask you because I don't want to disclose mine.
See?
Do you know what I mean? Like I'd rather just not disclose mine. I don't ask you. I don't want to ask you because I don't. And because
What,
I
do
know,
you have shame in disclosing yours?
not shame, but it's kind of like,
Do you know what
I just don't know the number.
I just say I don't remember.
I'm with you
still. I don't know the number. Man, you remember? That's
That is worse. Saying you don't remember is worse
round
because then
up.
you were reckless and irresponsible, and there's just so many things. And now
No,
you
don't
can't
say
even
that.
tell
You're
me.
contradicting yourself.
No. I know. But that's what I'm saying. I just
Hold on,
rather
let her
you
speak,
just say
because I'm
I
ready.
don't know. Like just no. I'd rather you say I'm not telling you. Sorry, or like just don't tell me.
It's the
I
same
can't,
thing,
No,
though.
I can't hear. I don't remember. You don't remember.
No, but I don't. Yeah, but I don't know though.
That means he's not counting. That
the
means
thing-
he's less of a sleazebag.
No, because as I said,
not
if I
ticky,
told
Sharing
you,
energy.
if I then told you 10, and in
putting
lifetime,
influence.
obviously, like we've got to know each other and everything like that, and then you've encountered, say, maybe 11 girls that that I might have had a thing with. You're gonna think that okay,
I've
well,
had that before,
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say 10 if I don't know if it's 10. You know what I mean?
I have a question. Do you know when you ask a girl their body count and they say a number that you didn't expect, does that diminish off of their do they lose a star?
All right, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
go
kind
ahead,
of like
Chris.
it's like
I'll talk after. Go on.
Yeah, it's like when you're feeling a girl and then she lets you know her body count and it was higher than you expected it to be. It's kind of like little chinks of their armor are coming off. you're like, no, don't tell me that. That's why some people lie though. That's why some people lie.
Do you know
Sorry,
what? As
go
I've
on,
got
go on.
older,
Yeah.
like back in the day when I was younger, I was very much on this thing of like, yeah, no, my girl can't have more than X, Y, Z or blah, blah. But as I've got older,
Now you're in your 30s.
you're a whole idiot.
You need to behave yourself.
I'm a big 28, bro. I've got 2 years left, big man. Please don't.
Tell him again.
You know what I'm saying?
He won't be laughing when he gets there as well.
No, bro, he's soon there. So let him just
Alright, I got time.
creeping up on you,
So
bro.
so it wouldn't bother you as you gotten older.
As
it
I've gotten
wouldn't bother
older,
you.
like it's a thing of like you take things how they are. People obviously have experiences. People do things like we're young, we're wild, we're free. So it was like as I've got older, I'm like, do you know what? I've been there, you've been there. We've been around. We've done whatever we had to
Not
do.
talking to me. Fam.
Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about like for those who have like a higher body count in it. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't really. Before I would hold that against you,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
now it's like it is what it is. Like it's life, innit? Shit happens. We do stuff. We get around. Like
Do you know what?
It is what it is.
Yeah. Do you know what I think? Like, if I was to ask someone what their body count is, and I'm interested in them,
Yeah.
and it wasn't a number that I wanted to hear,
Saying
it's
done
kind of no, not even that. But I think, all right, cool. It's almost like that's strike one, but like. No, that's strike one. But I can get over that because then I'll look at, okay, you carry yourself like someone who's got 40 man on your roster. You know what I mean? Like,
Aye, some of them are MI6, you know. They're
Do you know
literally,
what, yeah.
they got 20, 30.
that's what.
100
That's what I'm
under
saying.
their
It
belt.
depends on how much you like the girl.
hiding
you
it.
know.
Yeah, but like if a girl carries on, like say her roster is wham, then yeah, she's got
Yeah,
to
then
go.
that's off put. What are you doing? If you
Yeah.
like the guy, you can't be carrying yourself like that.
Yeah,
for
but
me,
even do you know how many times I've heard that like girls will say they're virgins, but they just move like them, they move hella loose.
sometimes
you know
it's
what I mean?
curiosity as well. You know.
Yeah, but like, do you know what I mean?
You'd
So
be surprised. Some of them are. Some of them are the worst.
Yeah, no,
I've actually
no, it's
I've
true.
got a question. Question. Oh, why did you have one?
Yeah, just
Go
a
on,
quick-
go for
just
it.
a quick
Go
one.
for it.
No, listen. Talk your shit, bro.
This is your
I just
time.
ask, just a quick question. Why don't men, but specifically, like, obviously you guys can answer the question, obviously, but why don't men remember the specifics? We're going to go with that.
Specific.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I would say.
Like,
Yeah,
you
go
guys-
ahead.
You have to say 20-ish or 20 plus.
For me, yeah, and this gonna every man's answer is gonna be different because I know guys that they know the name, the time, the place. Me, when I was
it a full moon,
doing
half
whatever, I didn't care. No, but like if you're a young age and you're not looking for a relationship, you're
I would
just
spud you if I could, fam.
yeah. Like, I just didn't care, innit? So if I was to ask a girl her body count and that, and she told me, oh, it's a specific number, depending on how much I liked her, would determine how I thought of her, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
If I really liked her and it was a high number, I'd be like, what? Okay, and then I'd have to have that conversation, like, so what's the situation with some of these guys? Because sometimes people don't cut off
Yeah.
their people, and if they didn't cut off their people, then it's an issue. But if they
Yeah.
have, it's different. Yeah, go for it.
But then, wait, because the question is, who are the girls sleeping with? Guys. And basically, I find it hard to like comprehend when guys are surprised because the same way you are sleeping with lots of girls, who are the girls sleeping with?
No, you're
guys.
right. But you see, but I just said that if they said a particular number, you don't know what number I'm thinking of.
It's true.
Is it 3?
No. It's not free. For me, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. From when I was going in school, this is my logic, innit?
Yeah.
There was girls out there that were labelled as hoes that today would be labelled as normal. Do you get what I'm saying? So if I'm going up and you guys are hoes then, certain people are hoes then,
Yeah.
why am I now going to be shocked if I'm looking for someone and they're saying that their body count is a certain amount of
True.
Yeah, it's
people?
true.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense to think like that. But there are some people who are somewhat deluded that think, oh, girls should be good, but they should also be freaks as well.
Experience.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Experience. It can't run both ways.
Yeah, it
Do
can't
you get what
run
I'm saying?
both
So-
ways.
Do you know what it is as well? Like when you think about in life, yeah, the reality is the amount of people that you come across, yeah. Like some people may get duped into a situation where they feel like they love a person and they want to give them all they're trying to do is just give their best. You know what I mean? And that may include whatever comes with that. And like the amount of people that they come across and then say they had sex with so and so. Before you know it, your body count's like what? Hitting
Yeah,
like
it's true.
you know, it's a high number.
Some people
All
got
you
their
just
own like
spotted love.
personal traumas and
Not
things like
just
that, and they've got their body count is only because they how can I put it? Like some people, it's no, but it's true. Sometimes
hear you.
it's true though, because some
I hear
people
you.
will literally like they've been sleeping with multiple people because they want to give love to someone, or they want to receive love. Yeah, they want to receive love. So there's a whole heap of things that come into it, man. I don't think you can judge someone completely based off of that.
I feel like body count for some guys is insecurity. If they hear if they hear a certain girl say,
100%.
oh, I've slept with X amount of men, it's an insecurity for them because one, you've grown up learning that you shouldn't be with a girl that slept with X amount of
That used to
men
be-
and
that
blah,
used to
blah,
be
blah.
me still.
And then other guys, it's like, oh, but I want to be the best. Other guys, is like, oh, am I even able to satisfy her? Other guys, is like, oh, I just can't handle the number because that's nasty. Not realizing that they're doing the same thing. Do you get what I'm saying? But there's loads of double standards for men and women. There's loads.
Especially when it comes to sex as well.
Oh, go on. I know you got a question. I've got one question.
And I was just going to make a point because do you think your definition of intimacy has obviously changed from when you were younger? Because when I was let's say when I was like 19,
Yeah.
I thought the only way that I could get closer to some guys was through sex. But I didn't know that other ways of intimacy was like getting to know each other and learning more about each other. And I
Yeah.
feel like you learned that a bit later.
An actual thing, yeah, that's like
Yeah, exactly.
By the PS5.
You know,
Do you know what? It's good that you learned that sorry, bro.
Go
It's
on.
good that you learned that quicker because some people don't learn it until later on in
Until the
life.
mid-20s,
Yeah.
late 20s.
Yeah.
30s.
And what that shows is that you've kind of learnt your self-worth in a sense because you can't just be giving yourself away.
Body's a temple.
You know, even when you get older as a man, you don't just sleep with any woman. Like,
Just-
do you get what I'm
yeah.
saying? Just for your own safety.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's,
Yeah, I think my definition of intimacy did change over time, but I was in a relationship from really young.
Oh, okay.
So when I was 14, I was in a 3-year relationship or 4-year until I was like 18. Yeah, so for me, that was kind of like set the tempo of what intimacy is and relationships and blah, blah. So it was a lot more than just like sex at the time. So that kind of, I guess, set the groundwork for everything going forward from there. But then you switch in and out of phases
Yeah,
as a
you
man,
do.
like, you know what I mean? Spent 3 years with someone and then you have your freedom.
Freedom.
say it with your chest, brother.
Yeah,
Say it
no,
with your
it's true.
chest.
I've got a question though. Would it bother you if your partner was bi and their body count consisted of both men and women?
Yes.
That's mad. Oh, that's so mad.
Like you met someone, you find out, okay,
That's
they've
mad.
previously,
Because
you met a guy,
Right.
he's previously been with a guy
Right.
once, maybe twice,
Okay.
but he's really serious about you and going for
It's kind of weird, like double standards kind of come
Yeah.
into it. But go ahead.
I have a further question. Is it like when he was sleeping with like both genders, was he just like, was it like one night stands or was it actual like relationships with these people?
No, he was actually feeling them. Like he was feeling this brother. No, he's yeah. So
I don't think
I've got to be
You know,
careful.
yeah.
just be quiet.
Yeah. I think I'm very I'm extremely curious. So I'd ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I would need to know like a lot more. Like, how do I know that you're okay? Like, I need a lot of reassurance, a lot of like questioning how.
That he's finished with that phase.
Yeah, like
Not
not
phase.
phase. Lord.
I can't lie, you're right. Still, you need no reassurance.
Yeah, I would need to know.
Reassurance.
Yeah, I would need
Yeah.
to know that like you're with me. It doesn't matter if you leave me for another or you're. Yeah, I just need to
Do you know
know.
what? 'Cause
Listen,
Listen, I
because you don't
understand
want
like
to
things
up and leave
around
one
that
day of the
Yeah.
same sex, man. I'm
things
sorry.
around that could be quite sensitive, yeah.
Mm.
And I know we're living in a quite sensitive age, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But I think that it's okay to still want what you want,
Yeah.
and be reassured about what you want out of something. So
yeah,
at the
that
end
would
of the
be-
day, you know, if that bothers you, it bothers you, and that's okay.
I don't know if bother is the right word for me. I think he'll probably end up leaving me anyway because I ask too many questions. I'd want to know like so much at one point in time. Like we
And
couldn't.
then-
Yeah, I'd want to know everything in that day.
Do you feel you're gonna ask too many questions to the point where you're gonna hear something that you don't want to hear?
Yeah,
and then-
because that's me. I keep on poking until I hear what I know is going to make me leave. Yeah. So
Yeah,
That's self-sabotage.
that's all right.
So why-
You're inquisitive. That's good.
Yeah. I hear that, man.
What about you?
Huh?
If you found out that, say, like the girl you're speaking to was sleeping with both men and
Women. I think I've come across women before that have been with girls previously. They've not been like into like an actual relationship with them, but they've been intimate with them, and you can kind of always suss them out of like, how can I put this? So there's certain girls that will date men and both women who
It's mad.
they've got kind of like a free spirit personality or type of kind of like mentality, and that in itself is something that I don't think I personally can handle almost. It's a bit too like, I like
Wow.
someone to be open, to be friendly, to be this, to that, and like be open to
You need
certain
boundaries.
things. But I very much like, I'm quite black and white about things. I need to know what do you like and what don't you like. You know what I mean? For the most part. Because if I'm dating you and in a couple months down the line, I've like gone to a party and then I've gone to the toilet and I come out and your lips in a girl, I'm gonna be like, what's
Yeah.
happening? What's happening here?
It's wild, fam.
Didn't expect
You can't even go back to the drawing board because you don't know what's just
and,
happened.
and then it's like,
You'll be rattled, you
being
know.
a man,
You'll
it's
see
like,
the
what,
days.
should I be
Stem is
upset
like-
with the fact that she's kissing another girl rather
Yeah.
than maybe
guy.
a guy? She's talking to another guy.
Because the
That
worst thing
is-
about it is that, like, almost diving into a next thing is that with social media will teach you that that's a good thing for, especially
Like
for
a
guys.
fantasy.
But that, oh yeah,
that's
fantasy,
what I
like,
was
oh
gonna say.
yeah,
It's a sick fantasy.
my girl's sleeping with a girl. Oh yeah, that's
Say that.
that's
What?
that kind of
Yeah.
thing is
You can't
mad.
hide
Yeah,
it.
yeah. How was that, miss?
Nah, I said I think it's a sick fantasy. Like, I don't like it, innit?
It's
It's not comfortable
Yeah, it's
feeling.
not. Yeah, it's not.
But then
People-
some
you meant a
people they
good
like
one.
it.
Yeah, some people love it.
Some
Like,
people love it.
each
I
their
think they
own.
like the idea of it. I think if it actually happened, you wouldn't like it.
No.
Yeah, all
I
right,
don't think
I'm with
you know what I mean? I don't
100%
think
with
I don't
because
like
even
that
like you
idea.
see it when like guys are like, oh, like we've done it before. Like when we go out and some guys move to us and we're like, oh, that's my girlfriend. It's not. And like, oh, you two lips then. I promise you, if I lips this girl now, you're going to vomit. You're not gonna like it. You're not actually gonna like
No,
it.
no, like it.
No, I think
So-
guys,
Saying
some
that there's some
guys say a lot
twisted
of things
guys
that
out
they
there
don't-
these days, you know.
don't
Some
like.
twisted guys.
There's some twisted, and women have to deal with a lot, man, when it comes to that.
Nastiness,
Here's
yeah.
some foolishness.
Alright, cool. Wait, hold on. So, let's just say, for instance, yeah, Layla and Ronke are out, yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
and then let's just say you're a guy approaching them to try and move to them, whatever, and they're like, no, that's my girlfriend, and then you're like, okay, lips then.
I wouldn't ask them to lips.
I thought I meant to
but
prove
wait,
that
hold on.
lesbian.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. But hypothetically speaking, if they did lips, would that make you feel some type of way? Would it make you feel sick?
No, it wouldn't make me feel sick. It's
Okay,
just not
cool.
what I like.
Okay, cool.
I don't have an issue
It
with.
wouldn't appeal to you in
No,
any
it doesn't
type of
appeal.
way.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
For example, just like how if somebody was gay or lesbian and what's it called?
They like
They
the
were
opposite,
moving to
yeah.
someone straight,
Yeah.
for example. Do you get what I'm saying? But the person that's straight, they just don't like it, innit?
Yeah.
Like, that's not what they like. Not that they have anything against them.
Okay.
That's just
Not
not
their
their thing.
preference.
Yeah, no, I
that's
got you,
that's
got you.
that's where my thing is.
And that's okay. You don't have to be
Nothing
rude
co-
about it. It's just
Look,
personal
go
preference.
live your life, be happy. Like, I don't have an issue, but
Yeah.
that's not my fantasy for two girls to be kissing and me to
Yeah.
join in. That's you get me? Like, it's not.
And then it's the thing of like,
understand?
not only do I have to watch out for men, but I've got to watch out for women now as well.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
even-
it's just too much to
can't
look
see
for.
much.
So watch
I
out.
got
It's
to the
too
back of my
much.
It's too
head.
much stress.
So yeah, just hold on. So actually, I'll do it.
Clap.
Bro, I beg you something, bro. Am I moving mad?
Yeah. You trying to run it now?
Not yet.